Well, I will tell you this. Yesterday, our secret plan was this has been a year in the making. Chris and I went off to a major motion picture where we were on the set, and afterwards, I did an hour with the director. It was mind blowing.
Oh my God.
I now know this is $150 million movie. Now, I'm like Mr. Independent guy. I always act like, what is wrong with Robert Downey Jr.? Why won't he make independent films? And he goes, makes those stupid Avenger films. Within 5 minutes, I got it completely. I'm like, all I want to do is make major, gigantic films. That's it. It was one of the most seductive things I've ever been a part of.
And you've never seen anything this massive, right? I mean,
not,
even seeing something shoot on the street or...
No, it's nothing compared to shooting in the street. We were in this giant, for lack of a better word, airplane hangar, but it wasn't. It was some former warehouse, top secret thing being used with iconic stuff. And immediately I thought to myself, I really should be a major motion picture director, producer, or star, or caterer, or script assistant. It didn't matter. I did not ever want to leave that environment after just being there for seconds.
Just because there was crazy buzz there and everything felt so...
It was so exciting and everybody was good at their job. And within seconds, like the kid who scores on, the Chicago Bears, I immediately thought to myself, I could probably do this. I was thinking to myself, there's enough talented people around here.
Right. No one would notice that I didn't know what I was doing.
But I'm watching them, shoot scenes and then like, okay, we got the main one. Let's, kind of improvise, but stay inside the joke because I'm going to have so many different jokes. I immediately thought to myself, my life has been wasted. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I would have, because I'm always like, Jennifer Lawrence, you were in Winter's Bone.
Right.
Why are you Katniss now? All I'd ever want to be is Katniss. I wouldn't want to do anything else. I would completely go in the opposite direction. I wouldn't care at all.
Just because it's so electric? Or?
It's electric.
Yeah.
It's electric and the sets are stunning. I mean, the people who work on those sets. Any of those things to me could have been in MoMA in a heartbeat. I'm not even making this up. You know what I mean? When you go to a museum and you see something that's beautiful, and then you look at this set that I was at, which was, by the way, going to be destroyed within days, and I was on like 6 or 7 of these major sets. It would, the fact that it's going to be destroyed is kind of sad,
right,
to me. Because it was stunning. And I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. I mean, I felt like I was at these places.
Well, there's something that's like when you feel like you know how a film is made. You've always been a part of it.
Yeah.
You see behind the scenes stuff. And then I would imagine to be there, especially for a massive movie, it would be so surreal.
Look, I was so depressed when Oscar Isaac signed up that he wanted to do Star Wars. I'm like, this is the most depressing thing ever.
Right.
Now I'm like, oh, I totally get why he'd wanted to jump in this. I thought Rian Johnson, who great, Brick was such an amazing film when it came out. But then I hear that he's starting out, going for like Looper got a little further away from me, being a little more whatever. And now he's doing Star Wars. And then I thought, he went back and he did Breaking Bad. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. Right. But now I'm like, oh, why wouldn't you? What? It took me 5 minutes to buy in and go, this would be the most incredible thing. And I'll just say this. It was a year ago that Paul Feig said to me in the hall, listen, when I do Ghostbusters, I want you to come out and see it, and then we'll do an interview. A year ago.
Yeah.
Chris has stayed in touch with his people. It's gone back a million times. Obviously, with something of that magnitude, You're not 100% sure that you're ever going to get it.
Of course. There's too many moving parts to something like that.
Yeah, because it was like, here are the dates that work. Oh my God, these dates don't work. And, you know, because I think the world of Paul Feig. But that was before I got to see him direct, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
To see him direct something this big and this gigantic. We did the thing after in his dressing room, not dressing room, his trailer, right? And his assistant said, this is 65 days in. He said, this is the third time he's been in his trailer. He's
that busy.
When I look at it, it looks like he's partners, right? With every single person on the set. You know, the set designers, the costumers, the actors, he has this partnership relationship with everybody. The amount of information when you're doing a movie of this size, it was mind-blowing to me.
Well, what I think is crazy is that you have to have attention to detail, and yet there's this tremendous pressure of an entire film that needs to be, finished. But then yet you have to take a moment and say yes to a costume, yes to a set, yes to a line.
Because they're no less important.
Exactly.
Like when you really see the work, and I was actually thinking this when I was on the sets of how many times I guess subconsciously you may pay attention, because there's going to be CGI in this, but he wants to do as much organically as he possibly can. And I watched them do, kind of both. But I was thinking about this. Imagine if you took the next, 3 months of your life. Now, by the way, this is only the shooting schedule. He had a writing schedule, the prep schedule, the shooting, which is insane. And then he's going to take a break. And then the editing schedule where there's you go out and test the film and there's there's an execution date. You know what I mean? Of
course, yeah.
This thing, it's going to be launched. So to know that, like, I would imagine every part of it, but it would be like taking years of your life, but managing every second. And yet, if someone said to me, look, you have got no experience, but next year you're going to direct, Star Wars or Star Trek or Batman or whatever cartoon movie that I normally make fun of. Would you do it? I would go, yes.
Yes, I will do it. I will dedicate the next 2
Not
3
only
years.
will I do it, but I honestly feel like it's going to be the greatest movie. Like you couldn't even begin to, and I watched I was together with the cast and watched the teaser trailer and the gag reel.
You saw the teaser trailer?
With the entire crew laughing, and at a certain point I'm like, I'm now just going to step back, not look at the trailer, so I can look, and we're on the set, this beautiful set of a New York setting, and I'm like, I'm just going to watch this crew. And I saw it looked like theater nerds at the last day of summer camp. I mean, they were just so happy, and they had this relationship. I can't begin to tell you how seductive that the whole thing was. I just was crazy about all of them.
It's one of those things where you hear all the time people, especially big movies like that, they're like, we became a family, or we were like, you could see them.
And you always think that they're lying, and you think that they're lying when they stand up and they get an award and we all work so hard. No, they do.
Yeah.
They were like a hive of bees. It was unbelievable to see.
That's because it has such a connection to like youth too. When young people are excited about it, I think you get that kind of nostalgia and then like, wanting to know the specifics of all the.
Well, your cousin, when he was, this is just a couple years ago, when he was like 7 or 8, he only called Bill Murray Peter Venkman.
Yeah,
and you had another cousin that was in here with me one day when Sigourney Weaver came in and she got her picture taken, but only referred to it as Ghostbusters. Like, I'm like, well, did you see Alien? I mean, she's done other stuff. She's really well known, but only knew her from Ghostbusters.
She's just Dana.
And and then all her friends, like she put it on, Facebook, and we're like, Dana, this is incredible. And I'm like, that's really weird. Those kids grew up with that like it was, I don't know, Yogi Bear or something.
Yeah, that cartoon level of obsessiveness.
Yeah. It's really weird. Like we were just talking, like it wasn't that long ago that he couldn't make any movies. That people are like, no, we don't trust you to make movies.
Well, I think that's crazy when you think of when people say that they feel like almost like a phony, or you'll see that with actors or directors where they get this huge opportunity and they're just like, I hope no one figures out that I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be here or not. Well, so you just have to act confidently.
Well, he felt like he could make movies, but Hollywood didn't. Right. And like even before Bridesmaids, he was turned down to make like a kid's movie. And then he made Bridesmaid. And then, what they're saying is, oh, your movies are making money. Like Spy Made, was a big international film, which is hard to do for a comedy. But, that game is sometimes you make one movie that doesn't work and you don't get back in.
Or you hit on something that you weren't sure you're going to, and then your career just takes off.
Yeah, it takes off. I wanted to say everything because once I say this part, it's all people are going to be able to focus on. On the set, there was a New York scene, and a friend of mine is wearing a hard hat in the scene, and he got the line, "All right, Ghostbusters." Chris Stanley. Was it all right, Ghostbusters? Am I right when I said that?
That was I was the first. That was the take given to me. All
well,
right.
that's the scene in the script.
Oh my God, that's crazy!
He wore a hard hat.
It was amazing.
Now, here's what you have to remember: Chris Stanley is from Queens, so he doesn't have to put on a New York accent. He owns one. Right. Yeah, when I watched him act. Here's how he did the scene.
All right, Ghostbusters.
So,
oh my God.
That's.
Please make it into the film, please.
I hope so.
Now, say it again.
All right, Ghostbusters.
As they're, the Ghostbusters are running by, and it's very, very exciting. So they shot that a couple times.
God.
Now I'm biting through my wrist while this is happening. I'm dying, and I just want to take out my phone and shoot Chris.
Oh my God!
But I'm everything in me. So just do it one more time.
All right, Ghostbusters.
And I will admit, I mean, there's a lot of people there, so they thought just because it's so, they're running by with the proton pack, all that is funny, and then Chris does this, and by the way, you can't see, but he has his hand in the air, like he's very excited.
Sure.
And I don't know what was happening before or after. I had the feeling that Chris and the crowd were in some kind of trouble, but we weren't told about that. And then Paul, shooting it from a couple angles, gives Chris the chance to improvise.
Oh my God!
His line.
Mind blowing.
And go ahead and do your line, Chris.
The improvised line?
Yes, the improvised line.
Go, go, Ghostbusters!
No!
Now, at All Right, Ghostbusters, everybody kind of clapped after it was over and stuff.
That was cool.
And Chris is in this, by the way, orange vest and a hard hat. Yeah. But other than that, the same clothes he came in on.
Perfect.
There's no reason.
No need to change.
Yeah, there's no reason.
I had that look.
Yeah. Now, as Chris does his improvised line,
go, go, Ghostbusters!
You could have heard a pin drop.
I thought it was going to be really good.
Because everyone thought that the alliteration was a little much.
Yeah, sure.
And then Paul said, we don't judge here on the set. We'll see how it plays when we put it all together. But there were some people on the set who thought Go Go Ghostbusters was corny to embarrassing.
I thought it was great. It's Go Go, go, Ghostbusters! Wouldn't that
Now-
make them feel good about themselves, the Ghostbusters?
Here is where Chris was more or less discovered, because on the set there was a like a stand. What would you call that?
It was craft services.
Yeah, but there was like a little setup, a specific thing.
It was a trays of hot pastrami.
So it was pastrami sandwiches, which Chris was overindulging with a big stack.
Giant.
And he said the term, you gotta have the hot mustard with it and all. And as we're standing there, there are people, by the way, there are the members of the crew who knew this show was humbling, who some have been listening for years, some know all of the changes. Chris and I posed for pictures with people. It was very weird.
Crazy, man.
There were people very excited that we're coming on. And the first thing the guy says to me, so I could see Chris, you don't have 4 legs, is the way it started.
Oh my
Thanks.
God.
But as he's eating the big pastrami sandwich, much larger than actors would consume. You know what I mean? Not even crew members.
Oh, God.
You know, and Chris was explaining that you gotta have hot mustard.
Spicy.
And they were like, we're doing this crowd scene. And as soon as they're saying it, I'm going like this. Yes, he will.
Yes, he will.
And so it started as an extra that they promised to get a shot of, to micing him and giving him a line, which it looks like he's got his side card coming to him.
Go, go, Ghostbusters!
Oh, my
Why did you
God.
feel the need to do a New York accent if you're from New York?
Well, because I wanted to ham it up. I wanted them to know that I was from New York. I don't realize I have a New York accent. So I thought they want to hear a New Yorker. This is in New York. Go, go, Ghostbusters!
By the way, here's another thing I know. Another friend of ours who does this show, I saw in the gag reel, and this person never
Really?
even brings it up. I'm going to write it down for you.
Please do.
Because I don't like to give, I know a lot of people don't like to say stuff. I don't know how big the part is, or in case.
Right, in
They're-
case they get cut. You don't
Yeah.
want to get everyone's hopes up. Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, man! I hope this person ends up in the movie.
And the reason why he was in the gag reel is that one of the stars of Ghostbusters hit him for real instead of pulling a
Right.
punch.
Accidentally.
Drilled him.
Oh, my God. Please, Lord, let Go Ghostbusters be in the movie,
That's all I
please.
want.
If I'm going
It's a stretch, I know.
Josh Austin says, Ron sounds like Chris's stage mother. I felt like a stage mother.
I felt like a staged kid. It was amazing. I couldn't believe that happened.
I am a stage kid.
That word would have been actor. that you're
Okay.
looking for.
Good point.
Child actor. And I felt like a stage kid.
Yeah. I came up with the joke, which I did for some of the production people that I was standing with, because when he did Go Go Ghostbuster, let him just try to do it now.
Go, go, Ghostbusters!
So
Good every time.
I have the headphones on, right? And I'm listening, and then I'm naturally ecstatic just to see Chris on the set and doing stuff. So I look around and I see that no one else was ecstatic. And I said, seems like a fart is born, huh? And then they look at me, They thought that maybe Chris was pronking a little bit. But why did you come up with that line?
Why Go Ghostbusters?
Because that would pump them up. I thought that would be the best thing to say to the Ghostbusters. Whatever the scene was, they just put me there,
But you don't want to be the most unrealistic thing in a movie about ghosts.
That's true. Seriously, that's the review that's going to come out by someone. They're going to say there's the most unrealistic thing in a movie about ghosts.
Do you remember we had that conversation about worst extras in a movie? And please, God, I hope that's Chris Stanley one day.
Some people are saying Hicks sounded like he was from Boston.
Go, go, Ghostbusters! That's not Boston.
I
couldn't even do a
know
Boston
what it is.
accent.
I was watching on the monitor, and it is true that the camera adds 15 pounds to your face because there was kind of just they show back, and then
Really?
there's a
'Cause I didn't get to see
a
that.
real big close up. Well, what happens too? Man, I probably shouldn't give it away, but I watched a major slime take place, right?
Whoa.
And what happens is after that, this thing keeps looping and looping and looping on all the monitors while everybody watches it, because it isn't just about the acting, but it's continuity stuff. So everyone there has different jobs to do, color, and, they're all watching it for their one thing. So I managed to see Go Ghostbusters!
Go Ghostbusters!
Go over and over and over. Seems like a fart is born, huh? Still nothing.
You guys are hard to please.
Yeah.
What, are you used to hearing hilarious actors talk all the time?
Remember how much we all liked him when we saw the size of his pastrami sandwich and the way he sloppily ate it?
That's how
They were like, this guy's perfect.
And then Chris was saying to me as he was eating it, I guess is a way of saying, even though this is a big sandwich, they want us to. He was saying through his thing, look, there's plenty of pastrami.
There was so
yes,
much.
you have it.
No, what I didn't realize at the time is that we were being watched by the Star Maker machinery.
Yes, that was, you were being scouted at that very moment. Look, there's plenty of pastrami.
I hope they let me in the editing bay.
There was never other than opiates, cocaine, meth, and alcohol, have I ever felt so overly seduced to something as big Hollywood?
Wow.
Where I thought to myself, I want more of this. And having Chris get that opportunity, I felt like a kingmaker. Like right away, I wanted to say, I've got so much more of this. Believe me, if you like what you see now,
And they do.
wait till I bring Joey Jojo in here.
All right, Ghostbusters.
Oh, that's a great
Holy
idea.
shit, it's even better.
Bullshit.
Oh, perfect.
Go Ghostbusters. This is much better than All Right
That's
Ghostbusters.
right.
Go Ghostbusters.
Wow.
You know
Pretty
what
good.
we might
That was
do?
good.
What's that?
Just have him in for looping.
Yeah.
No,
Could
no,
maybe you
do
come
not
in
let
for
him
a
near
VO
that.
dub?
Yeah, I can do that. Just let me know when.
Perfect. Let Feig know he's available and ready to do it at any time.
He will not.
Lewis has a problem with your read.
Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to ask Chris, why did he go with like the Joe Poo accent? I
eat my own poo.
Poo poo Ghostbusters.
Oh, interesting read.
Shut up with that.
Why didn't you say poop? Why didn't you bring up the pastrami? Clearly, that's what.
Great pastrami, Ghostbusters. No. Hey, did you have any of these pastrami, Ghostbusters?
You know what's great? The more lines he does, the less believable he is. You know what I mean?
The Ghostbusters go running by. There's plenty of pastrami, Ghostbusters.
Want some mustard, Ghostbusters?
By the way, the only person who understood him saying there's plenty of pastrami was me, because no one else understands how much I've heard him talk with a full mouth.
It's a good cut.
All right, Tim Knight writes, it's amazing that Hicks can even fuck up being a New Yorker when he's a real New Yorker.
Bullshit. I was a perfect New Yorker. I was a perfect New York construction worker. That guy's wrong.
We're going to have to leave it up to editing.
Pastrami eating.
Do you know how people are like, or how long that they're in the chair to get made? The fact that they just gave him an undersized hard hat, which, by the way, would be perfect size for any human, and then just an orange vest.
Yeah,
and
I felt
off he went.
the prop department let me down there with my giant head. I thought stars were supposed to have giant heads.
They would need months to come up with something like that.
I'm surprised I didn't ask you to keep your pastrami sandwich in hand.
I wanted to.
You're lucky you didn't say ghost mustards.
Shit! Can I get another one, please?
Can I take Paul? You nailed this time.
Go, Ghostbusters. Could you do that again, Chris, but a little less fake New York?
This is real. I mean, this is real.
Now, you live in New York. Do you hear anyone who talks like the Go Ghostbuster guy? Because I don't.
You go really South Brooklyn, you'll hear something like that.
No. No, you won't. I don't know whether you've been to South Brooklyn lately. No one talks that way. Oh, maybe people who are dead cartoon actors.
Oh my God. I just pray. I pray that it gets in.
What, Ghost Mustards?
Yeah, it's Ghost Mustards.
They're not going to put out Goats Mustards.
I feel like they're going to do it.
Go, Goats Mustards.
Sorry, what are you saying?
Goats Mustards.
You were talking like that when you were eating that pastrami sandwich.
Should we take 5 for another pastrami?
There's pastrami left.
Plenty of pastrami.
I'm the only one eating the pastrami.
There's plenty of pastrami. And plenty of ghost mustards.
Paul, have you tried the pastrami? I mean, why am I talking like this and I'm not on camera now?
This is the new me.
Goats Mustards.
Oh, my God.
What an amazing day.
Why
Yeah, it was. It was
For
an
real.
amazing day.
For real.
Why didn't you do Army Man voice?
Ghostbusters! Ghostbusters!
Could you imagine the faces? They're like, you can actually scream.
They're like this.
Gail, I think it's fine to laugh with Chris, but not at Chris.
Oh, okay. I thought we were all laughing.
At him, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're all laughing and pointing at him.
That voice was great. I don't care what anyone on that set says, or in this room, or on Twitter or on the phones.
That's good.
I'm trying to cover all my bases.
Oh, God. Liz says, Fire Say, I see a long IMD list of drunk bum #1 in Stanley's future.
I'll take it. That's work.
Dude, here's what you can't, that you have to understand.
Yeah.
He shoots a lot. He shoots a lot of different things. The chances of the one scene making it is just that, a chance.
Yeah.
My heart's set on it though. Like,
I know that
you
it is.
Like being in front of that camera and getting that line out.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to have hope, right? I'm set.
That must have been like one of the craziest experiences of your life.
Craziest.
Harley Quinn says, did Stanley piss himself with excitement like he did in the bouncy house?
I kept it in.
Greg says, New Yorker, Chris Stanley. Mana Jamba says, great, now I have to make a ghost mustard sauce. I would love that.
Sounds
though.
pretty good.
Here's Mark in Virginia.
Hey, Ron, you're a genius. I thought Hicks Firestein sounded great.
Well, there is a lot of Harvey Firestein in that thing that Stanley did.
Go Ghostbusters.
But I think the thing is that it's because both he and Harvey are big and have sex with men. That's probably it.
That's where you're getting that connection.
The latter is not true.
Does Dunstan Flyer voice the commercial for Goats Mustards? What are you going to do? Maybe, could you picture this movie again if they remade it? And both of those guys were jogging by and someone yelled this out.
Go Ghostbusters.
It would really make you cry. Well, just the great white slide of American acting. Well, I'm standing here now with the Star of Ghosts mustards.
So delicious. There's plenty of pastrami.
Apollo poo-poos Chris Stanley's Oscar chances and the new hashtag Ghostbusters movie. Get. Oh, please don't start writing the Paul Feig. That's stupid, Wayno.
Delete it immediately.
Can you delete a tweet?
I don't know. I think you can.
I put there's plenty of pastrami right up there with too much tuna. That could be you're too much tuna.
Wow, that could be. Like, people could say that to you on the street.
All right, a lot of people brought this up. Bob Kelly played a construction worker in Ghost Town.
Okay.
Now we have that connection.
Yeah.
So you'll have that to talk about.
Was he was a ghost in that, right?
Where I was flesh and blood in my role.
We don't know that.
Oh,
I mean, we never got a backstory.
Who knows?
It was just so fast. It happened really quickly.
Go, go, Ghostbusters. Watch them go, 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 go. That's probably why they won't use it. It's too much like go, go, gophers.
From
You
the
stole that line.
from the moment that he said to you, improv the line, how much time did you have until
Not much at all because they were going. They were just rolling.
5 minutes.
5
that
full
long?
minutes?
Yes.
5 full minutes, and
I
you came
feel-
up with go go Ghostbusters.
Well, I was very nervous. It was like Paul Feig told me he could start improvising, and I'm like,
Pin dropped. Pin dropped after that line.
I thought the people were gonna love it, man.
And by the way, that ended that scene. The go, go, Ghostbusters
They're like
is
that.
when they decided it felt like, okay, we got all we need.
Yeah, I think we can wrap this.
That's a wrap for Mr. Stanley. Let's hear it, everybody.
Thanks. This was great, people.
See y'all back in LA. We'll walk the hills together. We should get together. Everybody was doing that kind of stuff. Get in touch with me when we get to town. We'll exercise. We've got to get some of this pastrami weight off.
Is there any good pastrami out there?
I think a lot of those California people, they eat differently when they're not in California. Like
Right,
they
they
eat a
eat-
lot more meat.
Heavy stuff, heavy
Yeah.
hot stuff. I would imagine.
There was also just a lobster roll cart.
What?
Anytime, yeah.
Yeah.
They rented a truck and it was sitting outside. And I go out there and there's like, just all the crew was just lined up one after another to get their free lobster roll.
Oh yeah,
Like, what a great idea.
I'd be out there for a half hour waiting. I wouldn't care.
They had scallops too out of that truck. It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe what the hell was going on. It was amazing.
Yeah, you brought up the scallops. What was happening with that?
There was, I was just really surprised they were serving scallops out of a truck. It was ridiculous. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll
my
get some
favorite
scallops,
I was
please.
just pointing this out. He ate scallops, a lobster roll, giant pastrami sandwich,
Yeah.
and then shot his scene.
It sounds like you were there for 3 days.
It was hours. It wasn't even a full day.
I wanted to make the most of my time there. Okay?
Scallops outside too. I know, Chris, but I'm not here. You know what I mean? Like,
When in Rome.
yeah. One in Rome, eat all the free food they have instead of doing your job. I ain't afraid of no food.
So fun.
All right, is the Bennington show back from our super secret day. But really, really happy for Paul Feig and really, really excited about
So awesome.
everything. I think I'm going to probably get to direct a gigantic major motion picture.
Definitely. If you let them know you're on set,
Spinoff with Chris Stanley. I mean, now that I've got Stanley,
definitely.
you know what I mean?
He's already got a credit.
I'm going to say what the spinoff is going to be. I'm going to give the direction of that, or else no Stanley.
Go, go, Ghostbusters. It's huge, dude. It has to stay in.
E-Rock says, I need to book Chris Stanley for my show to talk about his role in the new Ghostbusters. E-Rock, you go through me, and I will talk to Roland. I don't think that you and Chris should be talking to each other.
No
You're the
direct
guy.
contact.
Because I want to roll this thing out properly.
Sure.
That's how it has to be done.
Yeah. That's the way things go.
Once they see me on that big screen, they're going to love it.
My plan is to get him on Howard and Opie first, maybe sometime with Sway, bypass Pete's studio.
Completely.
We got a break here. We'll come back. A comedian is going to open for the Pope, one of the opening acts for the Pope in Philadelphia. 1 million people are going to be there. Chris, don't look.
Not.
I want you and Gail to see if you can guess who it's going to be.
All right, I have a guess.
Yeah.
Is it Catholic Stephen Colbert.
Catholic Stephen Colbert. Great guess. Chris?
I had Cat Williams.
You know what,
Okay.
Chris? I know
You know
that you're a
what?
funny man. You know what I mean?
know,
I get it.
he thinks
You're
he's a big star
sarcastic,
now.
But you're burning it down. Dan, do you know this story?
I know the story. Yes.
Okay. I'll just say, friend of ours,
What?
recent unmasked,
Oh my God!
Jim Gaffigan.
Oh my God! That's crazy! That's nuts.
Well, when I did that unmasked, the Catholic channel asked for it. And I kind of, in my mind, I want to believe that went on to the Pope for him to listen to.
He just enjoyed the hell out of that
And
unmasked.
see, because he was very, very open. They brought up the number of the kids that he had. And I'm going to ask Gaffigan if he can try to get I don't know, the Pope to do an unmasked. I mean, I didn't think I'd be on it sounds crazy, but I didn't think I was ever going to be on the set of Ghostbusters.
Crazier things have happened.
Go, go, Ghostbusters.
Coming July 2016.
I hope that's in
when-
the teaser.
Yeah, that's when we will know whether he made it or not.
Oh,
God.
it's such a long wait.
Can't wait. I can't wait to see myself on that screen. It's going to happen, right?
I said to him to say, the Ghostbusters, they stink and I don't like them. And then we were worried that was too close to Spider-Man.
I think so too.
First of all, this is such an amazing year for you, Dan. I know you don't I know you don't care about winning.
No, I was happy to just
Be
be
part
there.
of it.
Yeah.
To be part of it. He's got a good attitude that way.
He does.
That's why if Chris's part gets cut, we don't care. He got to do it.
Right?
I'm going to freak out if I get caught.
No, Chris,
I'm
come
going to
on.
lose my shit.
More than me winning anything, I want Chris to be in the trailer.
Oh,
Well, I know he won't be in the teaser because I already saw it.
I can't believe you saw the teaser.
Oh no.
Good teaser?
Yeah. If I was, well, I'll tell you this. Even the effects weren't done in the teaser. We saw like drawings and stuff.
So they just
Different
did like a
things,
little
yeah.
animation as
Yeah.
a placeholder for the.
Yeah.
But you saw the scenes that are going to basically be in the teaser.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I was having so much fun watching the cast and crew watch the teaser that I was watching them. I felt like that was the experience. I felt like watching them watch it
Yeah.
I'll be able to see the teaser a million times, but watching them be like, oh, and like laughing and going crazy was like such a cool experience.
That is so awesome. I
And-
still can't believe it happened. It's so surreal.
It is.
Chris,
But-
I hope that you don't get upset if you're not in it because you had a wild experience.
No, I'll be upset. I hope they recut the teaser just to slide me in. I mean, go Ghostbusters! Why what's that take up? Fucking 0.3 of a second? Come on,
Mm.
just splice me in.